Well, good morning. We're back in Middle Earth, and we are back on Miss Medriel, who is at Thangulhad, and she has some people she needs to talk to here. So we'll start off with Rodolith. Hello.
How can I be of service?
Fergum has sent more reinforcements. What does he take me for? Some delicate maiden in need of heroic rescue? Very well then. There are more than enough orcs to go around, so take your pick. But unless the lady herself strides forth, or Fergum provides enough elves that we can stride over its walls upon our own fallen, we're not likely to breach that tower by force. Still, we'll make a merry game of it, and any enemy who does dare emerge will pay swiftly for their folly. All right. We'll come back to her in a minute. We need to find Ningloril, who is down there. Hello.
We are met in time of war. But it is a war for which lasting victory may not come.
Are you here to lend your aid, Medriel? We are met in time of war, though it be a war for which lasting victory may not come. Celeborn has started the Golden Host marching not to win the day, but as a delaying action. Even a failure here will be of some value, for the real aim of the Golden Host is to keep the attention of the enemy, and that we have for certain. I hope we will live long enough for it to be of consequence.
The orcs of Dol Guldur are being made into a dangerous fighting force.
The orcs of Dol Guldur are being made into a dangerous fighting force, Medriel, under the leadership of ferocious orc commanders. A great force of the creatures are being organized into troops in several great orc camps in the northern reaches of Gathburz. Bring the fighting to those camps. Burskala, Kafugs, and Hongai, and defeat their orc commanders, for without them the orcs will be less effective, and the oncoming assault must be weaker. You should also find any battle plans that may be lying about these camps. We may learn when to expect their attack, that we may brace against it. Some of those orc names. Ugh. Even if I wasn't playing an elf, I'm not sure I would really like names in the Black speech. Okay. Commander Ficthrug and War of Attrition. Now, if I remember right, this one is not so easy, but we will attempt it. We have learned that the orcs of Gathburz are led on the ground by a commander named Ficthrug, somewhere in Burskala. Alas, he himself is no more than a pawn of their masters in the tower, so it will not leave them leaderless. But if you can find and defeat this orc, it will be a significant blow to the orc's morale. Burskala lies to the north of here. When you have completed this deed, return to me.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
Listen to me carefully, Medriel. The Tower of Dol Guldur is our ultimate objective, but it is not fated to fall to us this day. We have not the power to bring down those walls. Not as long as the Eye of Sauron is turned towards Lothlorien, and soon Mirkwood will be overrun with enemy reinforcements. We're here to draw the enemy's ire and to inflict a grievous wound as we may, before we are driven back across the Anduin. The orcs of Dol Guldur will eventually fall upon the Golden Host, but we can and will delay that day. Thus, our true goal here is to destroy as much of the garrison of Gathburz as possible before then. Soldiers, supplies, leadership, whatever we can lay to ruin before we are forced to retreat. Every orc you slay here is one less to ford the Anduin when they come against Lothlorien in the coming days. And we have Hendelin, who luckily only has one quest for us right now.
Might you spare a moment?
As you have no doubt noticed, there are signs of the enemy everywhere upon this hill, most notably the evil idols they raise to their Dork Lord in Mordor. In time, it is our hope to cleanse this land of the orc presence altogether. But in the meantime, we shall begin with those symbols of the Dork Lord's power here, for they cast an oppressive pall over this place that we must work to banish. When you have destroyed the idols, return to me here. Alright, so we have managed to get 4 quests really quick. And I know there is another one. Vatnor. So we have a couple quests from this fine dwarf here.
Will you help me?
Good day, Medriel. It is a fine day for battle, don't you think? It will be a pleasure indeed to see that dark spire crumble, but we've got some messy business to attend to in Gathburz first. The goblins have built a number of nasty little toys for the orcs of Gathburz, a few of which we have captured here, but the rest have to go. These elves may be the finest warriors I've seen outside of Thorn's Hall, but fancy swords and bows don't help much, with a yard-long bolt pinning them to the ground. Those ballistas are the greatest threat to Rodolith and her warriors, so you should deal with those first. They're easy enough to break once you reach them. A couple of good strikes with a hammer or blade will put them out of commission quickly.
Will you stay and speak?
So we managed to capture this tower, and it grants us a fine look at the surrounding land. But one thing I have seen that doesn't sit well with me is the orcs moving a number of catapults nearby. The weather here in Mirkwood is not the finest at the best of times, but in a few hours it's going to include a fair hail of falling rocks, if you catch my meaning. Be a good sort and see if you can set a few of those on fire, would you? It is one thing being rained on day and night, but I'm not wanting a sharp crack on my head to go with it. I like him. Alright, so we've gotten a couple of things. We also have reward vendors, which I don't think I can talk to him. No, I have to have Kendrick to talk to him. And you are a friend, so we can talk to this one. And she has a variety of droughts, some foods that only provide non-combat morale and power. A recipe, which we can't use because we're not a cook. Or am I a cook? Oh, I am, but I have nowhere near that level of cooking skill. Okay. We have a couple of armor items which require minimum level of 65. And really, that's not that much better than what I have. I will have to look through that stuff later, but yes, there's a helm, there's a chest piece, and there's a cloak for light, medium, and heavy. That is definitely not better than what I have. Okay. Alright, so we just got a number of quests. Anyone else? There's somebody up there, but I don't think they have a quest for us yet. Oh, you know what? I almost forgot. I should be asking about... Oh, you don't say anything. I should be asking about a small lynx named Willem Whisker. And I noticed a couple of these people did have something to say about him.
An attack is inevitable. We must be ready.
Okay, so you don't have anything to say about him. I feel like I'm going in circles, which I most likely am. Second breakfast, there we go.
How can I be of service?
Willem Whisker. What sort of name is that? Ryla told me she saw a lynx running to the southeast towards Finniskull Door, but I did not see him myself.
How can I be of service?
I saw the lynx you seek. He was running at great speed to the southeast in the direction of Finascal Door. Whether he passed through that gate and is now on the other side of the wall, I do not know. Alright. Anything here? Vatnor? Nope. So, we have kind of a direction that Willem Whisker went. And 1, 2, 3, 6 quests. Oh, we did pick up quite a bit of quest here, didn't we? And we picked up a shirt. Anything good? 120 vitality, 143 will. We could try it and see. I mean, we're going to lose a little morale, but we gain a whole lot of will off of that. So, we'll see if that's helpful. Now, first things first. We need to defeat a bunch of orcs. We need to defeat some orc commanders. And, yeah. Let's go play with this marauder, shall we? Okay. I will take this. Thank you very much. Another one of you. Oh, very good. Oh, wow. They are all over the place today. Okay. Let's see, which quest am I going to focus on? Let's look for the Dark Idols. Because it's already clear that we're going to do that other quest regardless, because it just says to kill orcs anywhere. Oh yeah, poisoners are fun. Alright, let's get rid of you. Very good. I see an idol over here being guarded by a lot of stuff. Well, we can get rid of those. Wow. I don't think I've seen this many marauders before. Get rid of this idol. That's the first one. And where are you shooting at me from? Oh, there you are. Excuse me, rude much. I'll be honest, I always have trouble finding all 5 of these idols. Which is probably why I've decided to focus on it first. get this one out of the way. There should be another one around here somewhere. Such a lovely area, isn't it? It probably did used to be a lovely area until the orcs, goblins, and other foul creatures took over it. Get rid of you. I happen to know, yep, there's one up there, but we're going to have to be a little more careful, because usually there's a Korgul around here too. Yeah, he's over there. Alright. And he's not anything to sneeze at. He does have 20,000 morale. But yeah, there he is over there. And you can see I'm getting some dread on me. Probably from that statue. Now if you go in here, you got some orcs and you got big boy over there. And we're not going to take him on right now, but yeah, he's fun. We will at some point go after him. Oh, and I do believe, hold on, let me see if I can't find the quest in here. Bingo. Is around here somewhere. Not Bingo, but Willem. There he is. We have found Willem Whisker. You see a familiar figure ahead of you. Willem Whisker. Willem Whisker stands by a dirty satchel that appears to have once been the property of an orc. The lynx beams at you proudly and you pick up the satchel. You take a quick peek inside and the contents make you laugh in spite of yourself. You resolve to bring it back to Bingo in the haunted inn. You pick up the orc satchel and Willem purrs contentedly. Alright, well, we're going to give Willem a pat on the head because he's been such a good boy. Make sure our big bad and ugly is not nearby. He's not. Very good. And avoid the other big bad and ugly that's hanging out over there. We'll deal with him. We will have to deal with some Korgul later. So, it's not like we can avoid fighting them forever. Back to the idols. Good thing I remembered that little detail. Unfortunately, I do not remember what is in the satchel that makes you laugh. So, we're going to have to go see Bingo and find out. Now, I'm pretty sure we were looking for one of those idols around here. But where, I'm not sure. Like I said, I do have a little bit of trouble finding these things. We'll find them though. Looks like we're gonna find our fair share of trouble too. Oh wait, is it leading me back to the one I already did? I think it is. You stinker. Don't do that. I already did that one. Show me a different one. Don't show me the one up there by the gate either. I already did that one too. And that is probably part of the reason I have trouble with this. Because, well, it likes to point out the ones I've already done instead of pointing out the ones I still need to do. Come on. Come on, you. Another marauder. Another statue to destroy. I really like Mirkwood. I know, that's strange, but it's such a creepy place. And it's actually the same reason that I like Angmar. Because a lot of places in the game feel, I mean, they're beautiful. I love seeing places like Rivendell. And I love seeing Bree. And the Shire. But places like Angmar and Moria and Mirkwood that look like they've been through hell and back. It just feels more appropriate for the atmosphere of the game. Now we need... So this last idol's in here somewhere. Okay. We've done that one. Excuse me. Can you mind? Can you get out of my way? Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Oh, I was going to say, is that a named mob? No, that's an elf. Okay. Alright, where is this last statue? Okay, we're in the right area. Yeah, I saw you. You don't need to jump out like you're surprising me. Nope. That is another one of those statues with another Cargill sentry, and it's glowing. I don't know if I need to do something with that or not. I should probably eat before I attempt this, though. Of course, I get interrupted. You are incredibly rude. I was trying to eat. Alright, I'm gonna give this a go. Okay, not so bad. Standing in front of this thing, standing next to that thing does you damage, just to let you know. It was glowing, but I didn't have any interaction with it, so I guess I'm fine. I do believe, though, that is going to be something we're going to have to deal with those statues at some point. Just not right now. At any rate, it wasn't nearly as hard as I thought it would be. Actually, rather fun. What's not fun is finding this last statue that we need. This last idol, I should say. It's not really a statue. Oh, what's following me? Oh, hello. Mr. Ark. Did you need something? I'm sorry, I'm not buying. Thank you. Now go away. You too? Oh, good grief. Y'all are persistent. Y'all put most human salesmen to shame. I see it. That's why I always have trouble finding this one. It's kind of tucked away. You can just stop with that nonsense. Thanks. Alright, so we've gotten a couple of these done. And I think I'm going to head back to Thangulhad. Oh, well, that was convenient. I was right next to Thangulhad. And turn those in. We have one for Hindelen and one for Rodolith.
How can I be of service?
The dark idols have been destroyed. Good. There may be little light in this place until Dol Guldur itself is reduced to rubble, but at least we need no longer look upon the leering visage of our enemy at every turn as we do battle for the fate of Mirkwood. And of course he pops up another quest. Ah, have you seen the sentries, Medriel? I do not refer to the orcs, of course. There is little challenge in avoiding the eyes of orcs. I refer to the ones carved of stone with unblinking eyes that strike your will with a crushing darkness if you should stray too close. We have quickly learned to stay away from them as much as we may, but they make maneuvering through Gathburz difficult, and I imagine the inner walls of Dol Guldur are likewise defended. We must find a way to defeat their power if we are to achieve our goals here. The robed Cargul have been seen tending to those stone sentries on occasion. If you could approach close enough to defeat one, then perhaps you might be able to find something to aid us against the stones.
What do you need?
Well fought, Medriel. The garrison of Gathburz is disorganized and vulnerable. You can inflict many casualties there, while the orcs vainly attempt to drive us off this hill. Look to your own survival, though. We cannot afford to lose many, or we will find ourselves overwhelmed ere our task is complete. And of course she gets another one.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
Watch for these tokens in your battle here in Gathburz, Medriel. These black badges display the favor of the masters of Dol Guldur, and they are awarded to those among our enemies who have slain valiant defenders of the West in battle here or abroad. Each of these you gather from a foe signifies a fallen comrade avenged, be they elf, man, dwarf, or even from among the brave little halflings. I wish you good hunting. So this is actually a repeatable quest that you can do to get Maladrim gold stars and, of course, reputation with the Maladrim. And we are, speaking of which, reputation. How far are we away? We still got about 20,000 to go to make Kindred, but we're actually moving along with that pretty well. Now, we're going to take a little side trip back to the Haunted Inn because I want to know what was in that bag that made us laugh so hard. Oh, Willem, you're here. You beat me here. Bingo.
Oh, how thoughtful. Does it contain food, do you think?
Bingo gingerly takes the orc satchel. What's that? And WW found this satchel for me. How thoughtful. Does it contain food, do you think? The bag does seem to be rather worse for wear, but let's see. Small trinkets, bent bits of metal. This is rather fuzzy. Bingo suddenly jumps backwards and drops the satchel onto the table. After a moment, he begins to laugh. There are spider legs in here. Willem, did you think I was unhappy about how few spider legs Medriel brought back? That was not it at all. Why does everyone want me to try these unpleasant things? Do you know something, Medriel? I think I am ready to return to Lothlorien. I will meet you out in front of Calascaladon, and perhaps we can find some real food. For now, my belly is quite complaining. Ha ha! Well, on the bright side, he is headed back to Lothlorien, and he will be nice and comfortable and safe and fed, because it does sound like he's in desperate need of a meal. And we will head back to Thangulhad to continue helping them out there, which we will be doing next time. But until then, bye for now. Spider legs. Really?